next August and through the following academic year, you'll all be in your clinical sites and you will be learning how to actually prescribe these medications. And by that point, you'll probably have forgotten a lot of what we've been learning here, and you'll be filled with trepidation of, oh my God, what medication am I supposed to choose? There's so many. Which is the best one to choose? Let me give you a couple of tips here. First of all, remember that STAR-D study that Stahl mentioned? It showed that almost every one of these medications is just as efficacious as the other. They are all about equally effective, and that goes for the monoamine and for the tricyclics, for the SSRIs, SNRIs, all the way down the line. So, one of the things I would suggest is that you pick one or two medications from each of these different families, especially the SSRI, SNRI, NDRIs, and you become more comfortable and familiar with it because they're going to work effectively, hopefully. So, pick one or two or three and get very familiar with it. And then you can pick from those based upon the symptoms the person is presenting, their personal history, especially if they've had previous experience with medications, and their family history, if anybody else in the family has been on medications and what has worked for them. Because often there is some genetic similarity, and one medication that worked for one member may work for another member of the family. The next principle is to start low in dosing anything, so you minimize the side effects at the outset, and you go slow in rising up the dosage, usually over 2 to 3, maybe even a 4 to 5 week period. But you want to stay at a lower therapeutic level until you see what kind of a response you're getting. And if you're not getting enough response, then the suggestion would be that you maximize the dose. Um, and then if that's not working, then you might want to consider augmenting before you make a change. So there are some general guidelines and principles to follow. But one other principle is don't wait too long before making some changes because of the decreasing response that Stahl mentioned. And another good suggestion would be try and make only one change at a time when you're prescribing. Now, that's in the ideal world. Sometimes in the real world, that just is not possible. So, that is about it for a brief overview introduction to the medications used to treat depression. Thank you.